Right.
Wait,
You ready?
Yep.
What
Hi.
happened to Joseph?
He's right there. That you could just see
he's laying
his.
down. Okay, there he. Oh, he's eating. Okay.
I told him he couldn't eat once we were online.
Slyly tries to put away the plate. Okay.
Okay, are we ready? Yeah.
Everybody ready?
I'm gonna just pull up the document real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Let's go.
Yep.
All right. Background information. Imagine it is 2212. You are on a lunar base. People you are living with are working on the moon. You're on a routine trip via spacecraft from Earth to something base. There's equipment malfunction aboard your spacecraft. You and your team of scientists have crashed and landed on the moon's surface, 100 kilometers, about 60 miles from your destination. The spacecraft seal agent of the vacuum, the spaceship has been compromised, so you have to rely on your spacesuits for protection in hospital environments. Fortunately for you, it is just after the first quarter moon, and the dawn has just begun over your location. The moon has low gravity. 100 kilometers is not distance for you to travel on foot. You are limited into what you can carry. So you must decide which items of the supplies you should choose and take with you. How can you best use them? So question one that we must do is discuss as a group the useful of each of the listed items recovered from the spacecraft. So does everyone have a list of what we need?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Box of matches. These would be useful to light fire on Earth. Are they helpful on the moon? Absolutely not.
I was
Right.
gonna say no oxygen, so
Right.
no point.
Yeah.
So I would say we dump them.
Mm-hmm.
We don't
Alright.
need.
Okay. It's our first item to leave behind.
Right. So
How many items do we get to carry?
15, I believe.
I think it's just to try and consolidate as many as you can. So less is better.
Yeah, because there's only 14 items.
Okay, so
Okay.
we keep what we want and discard what we want. Okay.
Okay. So we're going to dump the matches. So item 2 would be the two 50 kilograms pressurized oxygen tanks. You can refill your spacesuits, supply them. On Earth, these tanks weigh about 100 pounds each. You'd be carrying these on the moon.
Yes, I would take those with.
Uh-huh.
You can always use oxygen when you're in a place without oxygen. So
Yeah, and there's no gravity, so they're going to be super light. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We do need.
Yeah. I looked it up. They're about 20 pounds without, on the moon.
Okay, so we are going to take it.
Doable.
would that be number one?
I think we.
Yes.
No, I think
Or
what
do
we
you
want
wanna-
to do is figure out what we're taking and then prioritize
Okay.
after that.
Sounds good.
All right, so we got oxygen tanks so far.
Yes,
Okay.
next is going to be the magnetic compass. True north on Earth. From the magnetic north of, which is such as 20 degrees. How could you use the magnetic use navigate on the moon? You wouldn't be able to.
It wouldn't work because
It
it's
wouldn't work at all.
the compass is for Earth, so
Yeah.
Right.
no point.
So,
And there's no magnetic force on the moon.
right, so we're going to dump that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one.
The containers.
Yes.
Dehydrating, yeah. So, packages of food, water. They can fit on your backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food's a must.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just a baby food, which is disgusting, but yes, it's full of vitamins, protein, and fiber. So yeah, we're gonna need food, even though it's only what did it say?
You might not need fiber though. It is the moon. There might not be a bathroom, so.
It is only 60 miles, but you might need it.
It might take you 2 days to get there, depending.
True.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes.
Self-igniting signal flare. Originally
No.
10 underwater flares. Yeah, it doesn't work without oxygen. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we're not gonna.
But it says
it's
it's
underwater.
able to work underwater.
But doesn't...
But
I
water
don't want to
has
sound
oxygen.
stupid, but water has oxygen, right?
A brilliant
Yes.
orange flame without oxygen. Oh, without oxygen.
Oh. Well, that might work.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
So,
But why would you
might be
need 'em?
visible in the rest of your
I
craft.
thought that the wait, what? I thought that the flare and the what is it, the transmitter? I thought those kind of went hand in hand. You had to pick one of them to use or to bring. And I thought that we should have brought the transmitter because I think you'd have a better chance
it's
of
solar powered.
finding someone to talk to. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Well, we haven't
we'll
gotten a
still get
transmitter
sunlight,
yet.
and the thing says that we're at dawn, so we have a while.
You're
But someone
jumping
would have
ahead,
to
though.
see the flare. I don't know.
I
I
don't
think
I
that
don't
the flare
think
wouldn't be
flare,
useful.
I don't think either one of them weighs enough to worry about.
No, I think
Because a
flare.
flare gun only weighs a pound, maybe on Earth, so it's going to be, practically
Yeah,
negative.
it'd be like nothing. Yeah.
Right.
So we want to take it.
Yeah.
I vote against it, personally. I mean, it's not useful, because it's getting to be dawn, so
works
it's going to
without
be bright
oxygen.
outside already. And there's another thing on the list that could be used for signaling better.
But it says it works without oxygen.
I think we should bring it.
I think it'd be something good to bring, too.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
we're gonna bring it. Do we
Yeah.
all agree we're bringing this?
But
Yeah.
already,
Solar-powered FM radio receiver transmitter. This
Yes.
device requires sunlight function, and FM radio waves can only be received if some clear, straight line of transmission.
I'd take the chances and bring it.
I think we should.
Yeah. Never hurts.
can you repeat the item one more time?
Yeah. So, solar-powered FM radio receiver transmitter. This device requires sunlight to function. The FM radio waves can only be received by someone with a clear, straight line of transmission.
It just it's
I think
dawn there, so you have plenty of sun. And if there are no
Mhm.
asteroids or meteors, I would say there's a clear line.
Yeah. I think it'd be helpful to take if you
Yeah.
can fit it.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, next one is nylon rope, about 30 meters, approximately 300 feet, sturdy rope. I think we should bring that.
Nylon rope?
I don't see a purpose.
Well, and here's what I was going to say. If we have to pull something behind us, I'd rather tie the rope around my waist and drag it than have to carry everything.
My other thought on that is,
Mhm.
depending on how many craters there are and how deep they are, you might need to lower yourself or raise yourself out of a crater because the crater might be too big to walk around.
That's a good point. But if we were to drag something behind us, we'd also need the life raft that could hold all the crew. That's
But the
later
life
down the
raft
list.
is so heavy.
That's the thing, though, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you need
Remember-
everyone to pull it.
But there's no weight in space, though, so it's not going to be that heavy. It's only 60 kilograms.
That's about
But if you're gonna have
130
stuff pulling on it.
pounds. Yeah.
Wait,
With
wait.
everything else, though.
But the bulkiness of it could really be a problem.
All right.
I don't.
We could, I say, what if we put down all the weights of all the things that we agreed to bring, and then we just add it all up and see how heavy it all is, and then kind of decipher what we could take off from there.
That works.
Okay, so the nylon rope, a yes?
Yes.
Just itself,
Alright.
by itself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Constellation charts used by sailors to navigate the Pacific by stars. This could be useful. I'm going to say yes, we should bring it.
I mean, if you know the general location, well, that's a good point because the compass isn't going to work, and you don't know and you're what, 100-something miles or 60 miles away from the base, right?
I'm saying no because it's used by sailors on Earth, but that doesn't mean that you see the same constellations in the same positions in the sky on the moon.
I'm going to have to agree with you.
My only thing would be a general direction.
That was a good point. Yeah.
I'm gonna
But what
say
if they had the constellation chart from the moon's perspective?
But does it say that?
no?
No, but it's ancient sailors to navigate the Pacific by the star. Oh, that's because it's okay.
Because
So it's used by people for.
We're looking from the moon down, so everything's
Yeah.
backwards and confusing. So I'm going to say we don't need that.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Portable heater. The heater weighs about 30 kilograms. Oh, radiator. And can produce about 200 kilowatts of radiative power on its own with batteries for 12 hours. Perhaps this could serve a purpose for a lunar campfire.
I would say yes, because if you were to need to stay out overnight and how cold it gets when the sun's not there,
Yeah, it's
probably
like
be a good
below
idea.
200 degrees.
And your
at
spacing
night
won't
on the
help
moon.
at that point.
No.
So it
Yeah.
has my vote.
Me too.
It doesn't have my vote because you're carrying a heating source and oxygen, and we've all seen the signs that say don't put oxygen tanks next to heating sources.
We'll have different people hold it, I guess, on opposite ends.
I'm going to think it's just too big and bulky to carry.
I think the heat radiator wouldn't make sense if we have suits.
But what if it gets too cold to where the suits don't help anymore?
I
Jumping
googled
jacks,
it.
you'll be
I
fine.
think the climate's pretty steady on the moon.
But when the sun
What?
goes away, because
Oh,
if you
true.
have to stay
Except
up
for the way. Yeah, that was not a.
Yeah,
Whoops.
instead it goes to as low as negative 280 degrees on the moon at night.
So
See, that's pretty steady to me. No.
yeah.
Sorry.
You could freeze. That's okay. I mean, you don't need your hands, right?
I got toes.
Well, except doesn't your suit maintain your body heat? Would
Yeah,
be
that's
my...
what I was. That's what I was.
Yeah, but if you have to stay out overnight, because if you end up not making the trek in one day, and when the sun goes, so when the Earth
I'm gonna look it up.
moves in front of the moon,
You break.
Well, we'll come back to that one
So
while Joseph looks it up.
we'll put that one in the maybe. All right, next one is 100 liters of water,
Okay.
about 30 U.S. gallons. The container can be attached directly to a feeding tube in your helmet, or the water can be used to rehydrate your food. I'm going to say yes, we want to take that.
You can't
Yes.
water.
Yeah, that's kind of one of your basic elements.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody disagree on the water?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, first aid kit. This specializes first aid conditions, hypothermia, needless, that fits specific openings in your spacesuit. I'm going to say take it. God forbid you rip your spacesuit open. Or do you cut yourself?
Yeah, I'm not one for leaving a first aid kit behind.
I see the pros in taking it, but I don't see a scenario to which you would need it to that. Okay, what does hypodermic mean?
Hypothermia?
No, hypodermic needle.
Oh, hypodermic needle?
It's what you give shots with. There could be like a B12 shot in there or something for, since it's needle based. It could be a vitamin shot or something along those lines to.
Yeah, it's just a hollow needle.
The thing is, it doesn't say how big it is, so I'm assuming it's fairly small.
Okay, do you want to put that in the maybe also then?
Yep.
I'd say put in the maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Self-inflating raft. This raft weighs about 60 kilograms. Uses carbon dioxide bottle to inflate. Standard use on spacecrafts in the event of a water landing. The raft is large enough to fit everyone in your crew. Here's another reason why I'm thinking it. If we don't take the campfire with us, You get enough people, you flip it over, and you get enough people underneath there, it's going to keep the heat in.
But you have seats, so it's not going to allow the body heat to project from the body.
That is true. I
'Cause
don't
it's not
think
like
it's
a blanket.
necessary.
It is pretty big. I mean, if there's... How many of this are there?
It didn't say, it just said a team or a crew.
Okay, let's just say
Five.
there's 5 of us. Let's just say there's 5. That's going to be a big raft.
Yeah, I don't see any purpose except for using it as a sled to transport everything, and I think that's a needless waste of oxygen.
Yeah, and I think it's just
And you said that you
too big
can't
to-
put the oxygen and the heater together if we were to bring the heater, so I mean, I don't know if it would be a good idea.
Unless we could turn the heater on.
No.
Wait, what?
So a no on the raft.
Oh yeah, but
I think no on the raft.
I'm going to say no on the raft.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. 22-kilogram helium tank, about 600 party balloons of assorted colors. Your spacecraft was supposed to deliver the party supplies to the lunar base for an anniversary celebration of Neil Armstrong's first steps on the moon in 1969. Could this be useful?
I say
I
we
say
do
yes. Because
Right,
it
I like
signals
you.
people. Because you could just blow up all the balloons and be like, hey guys, we're over here, like help. So
But wouldn't it eventually just float away?
it. We'd lose all of our oxygen.
the helium, I don't know, it wouldn't float because it doesn't matter if it has helium or not, right? It just would stay stagnant. So
But
Would
there's
it?
a little bit of gravity on the moon.
let's see if would work.
I'm saying we should just keep
How much
the
does
party
the
until you
helium
get
weigh?
time.
20 kilograms?
Yeah.
Because I'm always down to party.
Okay, would a helium-filled balloon float on the moon?
I think it would.
Let's see, it's
Wait.
loading. Popular
I
science.
think- I think, isn't there helium in outer space? So wouldn't it be...
I think it's just going to be stagnant.
Well, there's helium on Earth too. It's just really small percentages.
Right, and most of it's underground.
So yeah, ultralight helium has no trouble climbing on the Earth's atmosphere, but consists mostly of heavy molecular nitrogen and oxygen. Quote, but on the moon there's no air, so there's nothing for the helium to rise above.
Oh, okay.
So I guess they would be useless. That's a little disappointing. I mean, they would have been nice signals.
But with the flare,
It would plunge to the ground. So I'd say yes to the flare then.
Okay, so no helium.
No helium. Last one, fire extinguisher. Weighs about 5 kilograms. Fire extinguisher is standard. Use on any spacecraft. Is there any one? Oh, there's one per person. Do we need a fire extinguisher? Do we each need a fire extinguisher?
I don't think we need a
I
fire
don't.
extinguisher.
We'd only need it if we needed to propel ourselves one way.
I thought of that.
And it would
too.
help if we had the raft, but we didn't take the raft, so I mean there's nothing to want us to project it.
I think the raft's so big the fire extinguishers wouldn't do anything. I think we'd just sit there. So I'm going to say no on the fire extinguisher.
Alright. So what we have on the yes is oxygen tanks, food, concentrate, signal flare, solar FM, nylon rope, water, and then in the questionable is portable heater and first aid kit.
That works. That
Okay.
sounds good.
So I think that oxygen is the highest priority.
Yes.
Alright,
Yeah, I
oxygen is number one.
And then I
And
think
then I'd say
water is the next one.
Yeah, it won't be heavy, so.
Yeah, water and food.
And
So-
then food. Actually, well,
Then we have
I
the signal
think
flare.
water, I think oxygen, then water, and then I would say either the flares or the radio because you can go 2 weeks without food.
Yeah, but if you're trekking 60 miles and it has vitamins and nutrients in it that you can use.
But you can still go without for a couple days, whereas a signal of some kind to get you rescued would be more important, I think.
And you can eat a lot before you leave, too. So,
Well,
what ifs?
but if we're
Are we
all
in kind of like a doomsday
if we're
situation?
all- if we're all really malnourished, we may not be able to like think properly and act as well as we normally would.
It's a good point.
But I don't think we're going to be malnourished in 60 miles.
no.
But for some people, that's a lot. I would say
I
the
think-
food comes before the.
Actually, I think they're right. I think 60 miles, your body would be fine with just water.
Not to mention, you're in space.
But then,
And
Yeah,
there's a
you're in space.
matter of bathrooms, as Joseph said. So,
No fiber. So we could take that out of the equation again.
well, no, I think you should take food just in case it takes longer. I just don't think it's as important in the priority listing as the flares and the radio.
So
I
it
think
would
those are
go.
more important
Oh,
than the
okay.
food.
So it'd go oxygen, water, then signal,
Flares, radio, food.
flare,
is what-
radio, and then food, and then nylon rope.
Mhm.
Okay, so oxygen, water, signal, flare, solar, FM, food, and then nylon rope.
And then first aid kit.
Well, I don't.
I
I would
think
say
we should
important.
bring the food before the first aid kit.
Well, what the food was about the first aid kit.
Food's number 5,
Yes,
and if we were to add first aid kit, it would be number 7.
right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I missed that.
That's what I think.
So we limited it down from 14 down to 7, so half of our list.
Well, we
That's
still have
right.
portable heater. Are we not going to include that one?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. So then.
Oh,
our
I
list
think
would be
because
max
of
of
the
7.
weight and the bulkiness of it, you'd use up too much oxygen carrying it, whereas you could use up your oxygen better actually just walking.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay. So goes oxygen tank, then water, signal flare, food, or solar FM, then food, nylon rope, and then first aid kit.
Correct.
Okay.
That's what I think. What else do we have to do?
we just did that one. The other one was describe what you're going to leave behind and why,
So we leave behind the matches because there's no oxygen, so there's no need for them.
right?
The magnetic compass because it's
No
set
need.
magnetic north of the Earth, not magnetic north of the Moon, so that's useless. Constellation chart because we're not in the Pacific Ocean. The radiator because it's just too heavy and it'll use up too much energy. The raft because it's too big and bulky.
Yeah.
The helium because it doesn't float, so
So, yeah.
Good point.
that's kind of pointless. And the fire extinguisher because, again, there's no oxygen, so there's no fire.
Okay.
Sounds like we came to a conclusion.
All right. So we're done with. Are we done with this one then?
Done with
Yes.
this one.
Yep.
So I will eject us, save it to the YouTube channel, and you guys should already have the links for what's next.
Let's hope they work.
Alright.
The shipwreck one? Is the shipwreck one next?
Oh,
Yep.
this one's fun. All right, bye.
Bye.
Abandoned ship. All right. Stop.